Welcome to Pride Search. Dun dun dun. 2025. I am very close to finding it. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. It's right there. Where is my pride? What is it? Where is it? How does it work? We're gonna find out. Today we're continuing a normal lost phone. We almost beat it last time. We almost figured out the secrets. But today we have plenty of time to do it. Probably too much time. So we're gonna play it, we're gonna beat it, and then maybe we'll play something else. We will see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it'll take like 3 hours and I was completely wrong. That'd be crazy. Okay. Let's do it. I need different background music though. I need something that'll fit the mood. Okay. Last time on a normal lost phone. Seemingly, there was a boy named Sam, and his whole family was wondering, where did he go? Where did he go? It was on his birthday. He vanished. As we uncovered more information, we learned that they had a girlfriend. A girlfriend named Melissa. If I could find her thingies, probably. Melissa was a perfect girlfriend. Exactly what they needed. You know, everything their parents wanted. And the two of them were together, and it was great, supposedly. But then, they broke up at one point.
Got a homoerotic army ad that I have no idea WTF it advertised.
Huh. Well, at least it was homoerotic. So, we have Sam. They were living their life. They disappeared from their party and vanished into the night. They had a girlfriend.
Time.
Yes, welcome, pizza time. They had a girlfriend named Melissa. And Melissa was a perfectly good girlfriend for a minute, as far as we know. They went to the board game store and they had fun. But then something was figured out about them. And it was Alice. She figured it out. She kicked them out of the board game store. Or not Alice. Who was the one that kicked them out of the board game store? Alice is the best friend. Where the fuck is Hugo B? One of the people at the board game store was an asshole. I can't remember who it is. I don't know. But one of the people at the board game store was a complete asshole and kicked them out for some reason, and we don't know why. They found out their dirty little secret. Alice is our best friend. But for some reason, Alice
didn't do it. They were in Wonderland.
Yeah, Alice stopped talking to us for some reason. I have no idea why. You know, they wanted to go to the board game store, but then they got kicked out. And then Alice was like, but I wanted you to come by. And then they said, you know, I went to the show. It's so interesting because I thought Alice and them were way closer.
They are in Wonderland.
Maybe they are in Wonderland. There's still some things I don't understand, and that's the thing we got to figure out here. There was a couple, Sebastian and Helen, and they got into a horrible altercation because Sebastian thought Helen was into her, but she really wasn't. And Sebastian did some real fucked up shit, and he was a real piece of human shit. And then we consoled Helen, and then we never spoke to her again. So I don't know what's going on with that. We joined a book club, quote unquote. I still don't know what it is. It's a secret club.
Fucking take the hint, dude. Gross.
Exactly. We joined a book club, quote unquote, that we went to every week. A book club, quote unquote. Right here, book club, every week. But then the big reveal came. And the big reveal was, we have 2 different dating accounts. One of them were a man, but one of them were a woman. Oh, what's happening there? If you read through the women's ones, there's this guy, and we're having a chat. And
club and with book, I of course mean making out with each other.
Yes. And at the end, they sent us a picture. We were talking about stuff, and it was revealed that we be trans the whole time. Big twist. You can only get to this if you get all the passwords and shit. You sneak into the account and everything. So, if you go on this website, boom, here's a bunch of a trans forum that they were in. And somewhere hidden in the trans forum is a password to the VIP area where hopefully all the secrets are. We still have a lot of things we don't know. We still don't know. I mean, from context clues, from what I can tell, we were trans the whole time. We told our girlfriend she wasn't interested, so then we broke up. We told this girl named Alice, who was our friend, our only friend, and Alice stopped talking to us for some reason. And I don't know why, because she seemed accepting. And then we were in the altercation between the two people at the school. And then this book club thing is, from what I can tell, is they're not actually going to a book club. They're going to the gay youth place. There's like a place where gay people can meet in their town. And then it got burned down. So they stopped going. So from what I can tell, the whole time they've been going to book club. And they've been dating Melissa, and they've been going to the board game store. And the thing about the board game store that's so fascinating is that the whole time they were there, they were wearing a wig and everything. And they were fully Samarilla, is the name. So the board game thing, they were trans the whole time from the beginning. I mean, of course they were. That's how it works. So, yeah, they were going to the gay youth place, and then it burned down. And then their girlfriend broke up with them. Or they broke up with their girlfriend, actually, right after that. Yeah, see, Melissa left. I still don't know what happened in this Christmas week up to their birthday. When is their birthday? Their birthday's at the end of the month, so there's a whole month. It's kind of, we don't know what the hell they did. So maybe that's what the forum is what happened during that month. But anyway, let's just go through. I think we were kind of rushing through this part around here. I think I was kind of rushing through the hormones part. I think I got through there. Did we read all this? Yeah, we did. We read all this. This was where we ended. Every time the forum ends, there's somebody that shows up that's talking about passwords who can't get into their account, which is a great tip because it tells you that if you just keep typing in your password wrong, it'll send you an email. So it means I can get into the VIP thing right now. I don't even need a password. But let's finish the thing. There isn't that much left of the game. So let's just see where this goes. All right. Hi, everyone. I thought it would be good if we posted. I'm going to change my music one more time. That's better. Hi, everyone. I thought it would be good if we posted all our beauty, in quotes, tips here. What are your morning rituals for what you want to look pretty? This is important information. Hey, unfortunately, I don't have any beauty tips to offer. I'm actually looking for some, lol. I really need some help. I started testosterone last week, and I really wanted to celebrate by doing something special. Like a new haircut or something, but I have no idea what to do. Help. I've got a normal feminine face, round, small nose and mouth. Any ideas? I'm open to any ideas that could help bring out the male in me, lol. I hate it when people write lol. Don't worry, I'm sure we could find something that works for you. Most cuts for guys are shorter at the sides and longer at the top. I'd suggest looking on the internet for fashion magazines to find references that fit you, whether it's a character from a TV show or an ordinary person. They're telling us how to have a haircut, I guess. Do you like mine? I changed my hair. It's better if you find references from guys who have a face with a shape similar to yours. The more you have, the easier it will be to choose one that suits you. And your hairdresser will surely be happy to see pictures of the result you're looking for. I'm waiting for lore dropping. They always do this where they're like, nonchalant, la 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 la, typical, boom, big lore drop. Thanks, I'm going to the hairdresser tomorrow. You're welcome. I went to the hairdresser, but I'm not sure about the cut I got. What do you think? Hello, Simba. I always hated going to the haircut place because it always felt very awkward. Growing up, I always went to a woman to cut my hair that my mom set up. And I was awful at it. I used to shake and freak out because of fucking tism. And eventually I went to that same person year after year, and they would always get the exact same cut that I didn't even really pick. And then I went to the hair people right after COVID, I think. And she was crazy, and she was talking about conspiracy theories the whole time. And not the fun ones, but like Soros conspiracy theories. And I was like, oh no. Where go? So now I just don't cut my hair. I like it long anyway. I still don't understand how haircuts really work, so maybe this will teach me. Yeah. Hello, Simba. This is just to let you know I've removed the photo from your message. It's not because... Wait, this is just to let you know I removed the photo from your message. It's not because I'm mean admin who deletes everything, but this forum has rules. It's so it can be respected. I don't want anything that allows people to identify the members of this forum. It's safer for everyone. Yeah, see, there's a secret forum at the end in the VIP section where there's photos and shit, which is where we need to get, because there's a bunch of photos we need to find. So what should I do? My opinions on my new hairstyle. You need to go to the VIP part of the forum for that. Cool. What do I need to get in? Here we go. I only invite people to VIP section I've met IRL. Come meet me at Trans Pride on December 19th. Maybe that's the password. They love to use dates as their password. Okay, I'll be there. Yay. Got one more. Okay. So this really isn't... No, this isn't really a beauty tip, but God, this music always gets wrong for me. I'm going to use the game's music for once, because it's been a while. The problem with the game's music is that there's singing in it, but some of the songs don't have singing. It's the one they made for a video game. There we go. That's good. Okay. So this isn't really a beauty tip, but I'd still like to share it. It's a mistake you should all try to avoid. Those electric applicators for cis women that you're supposed to be able to use on your face, don't even try to use them if you're a trans woman. Using them on facial hair really hurts, believe me. LOL! Super Pocket, you just made me laugh really hard. Okay. Help, I know this has nothing to do with the thread, but this person, I forgot my password. It's the same thing as before, where they're like, hey, if you get your password wrong, it won't be deleted. You just get an email. So, I think it's December 13th, though. I think it's 1312. 1312 seems like the password for the VIP. In this thread, you can talk about anything you like that's not related to trans identity. Okay, here we go. This is going to give us some shit. We're going to get some lore. Is there a world beyond trans identity? Lol. There is, and it's gray, boring, and dull. What are you supposed to talk about here, then? Like music, films, video games, art, cooking? All of these topics and more if you like sports, clubbing, nature, computers, shopping, pets, travel. Is there anything that goes on? Anything goes part of the forum. Now you've given us too many topics. No, but it's good. It's a start. You mentioned sports and have a question, but I like playing table tennis. Does anybody know anybody else who plays? I don't, but I know that in some cities there are gay, LGBT plus inclusive sports clubs with many different activities. I got friends who play volleyball and Elo Pools Club. Maybe you can check if there's one in your city. Is it a big city? I live in a village, but it's not far from that place. Elo Pool. Elio Pool. I'm waiting for like a lore drop, but I feel like we've found all the lore drops. And we probably could have just ended last stream. It's one of these. I could feel it. What about music then? What are your favorite bands or singers? There are even organized tournaments where the clubs from different cities participate. They are friendly competitions, but great fun. I volunteered for one, and I'm looking forward to next time. Man, I wish I grew up in a time like that. I can ask my friends for the club's contact details. Thanks, don't worry, found them already. They don't have a table tennis group, but if there are some more people interested, maybe we could start a group in January. There are many other sports, though. Maybe I'll give a badminton group a try. Okay, here we go. They're in here. I've been listening to Edward Frolov and Cedric Menendez. They're pretty cool. Anyone know them? Yes, I like them too. What kind of music is it? They're along the lines of Stodge Snack, if you know him, maybe. I don't know any of these bands. I don't know if they're even real. They sound made up. We should meet and go to concerts from time to time. Oh, wait, here we go. Maybe this is the book club. Please remember that arranging meetings in person is only allowed in the VIP section of the forums. Don't allow meeting time and place in public. No worries. I just mentioned it as a possibility, not something to do now. Here we go. This is where the friendship grows. Maybe each of these people is one of those people in my phone. I'm more into jazz, indie rock, and classic music, though. I'm a musician myself. Impressive, Sam Thing. What do you play? Does anyone know Hector Bonny or Corey Federigui? I love them. Yes, I know them too. I play the harp, but I've been focusing more on composing lately, maybe as a way to make a living, or at least a bit of money as a freelancer. That's quite interesting to know, Sam Thing. I hope your talent allows you to make enough money. That way you might be able to avoid workplace discrimination and those kinds of contracts. Yeah, exactly. I thought this was a thread for hobbies and free time. Don't talk about work here, or you'll be reported to the admins. But you're right. It's also an interesting topic. Maybe you or whoever should start a new thread about work for trans people. That's good. I'm just starting, and I have some compositions that I'm waiting for their response. This is before they got accepted by the thing. Interesting. Because there's a timeline in all these. I guess each server, like, it goes throughout. Yeah, that's interesting. You could really piece everything together. If you were, like, obsessed, you could make, like, a fucking hour-and-a-half long video essay about, like, every single event and when it occurs if you were insane. Like me. You could. All right. You're right. This should be about free time. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, here we go. And then the password thing happens again. Okay. So they've been in this forum for a while. But there's a password here. Now I remember them saying that the date is backwards in the thing, which is normal in real life, in American life. I said in real life, like nowhere else is real. And they said December 13th. So that means 1301. Okay? 01 13. Okay. Let me try that again. Let me see. December 19th. Shit. I gotta get it right this time. It wasn't 13, it was 19. Okay. 01 19. Wait, no. They said December, not January. 12 19. Account locked, damn it. What is your father's year of birth? Shit. Fuck, I gotta do math. Okay. Let me think. Okay, there's the father. He's 54 in 2015. So, how fucking... Oh, I need to fuck... I'm gonna use... They added a calculator in the game specifically for this. I could just count like a, an adult, but no. Yeah, so it's 15 years, so 54 minus 15. Nope. 54? Do I really need a calculator to do this? No, but I want to. Okay. $1961. You received one email. Yes! Hello, Sam Thing. We are sending you an email because you requested a new password by answering a secret question correctly. Your new password is this number. Make us very happy to be an active member. Best wishes, your friends at the BU forums. This email is sent to you by mistake. Did not request. Man, it really is accurate. That is how it goes. All right. 037323. I did it. All right. Boom. All right. It's time. Yes! Achievement. Hello there, I'm Barbara from Covonia. Hi, Harry from Melrin. Clotide from Dynatown at your service. Victor from Ilapool. Heidi from Santa Raffaella. Okay, let's keep it short and simple. Who's going to the Trans Pride on December 19th? Me. I'm so proud at looking forward to it practically because I haven't been since 2013. Same. I can't wait to see you again, Chloe. I'll be there. I should be coming. I've been thinking about bringing Sam Thing along. We met at the LGBT Center in Melrin. She's cool. So would it be okay if I add her to the VIP section of the forum? I'd like to meet people in person before inviting them here. Okay, fine. I'll introduce her if she comes out with me to Trans Pride. There. So, they met. So who is H Says So? H Says So said that their name... H Says So. Harry. Harry. Okay. Hi, so are you joining us this weekend? Have you got your parents' permission? Yes, I've got permission from my mom for a book festival, quote unquote. I'll talk to you to chat about the details. A book festival? That's a good one. The most important thing is that you can come. Indeed. It was an awesome weekend. Thanks a bunch for pushing me to come. Glad you could join us. Who is Lulu then? Hi, Sam. I asked Harry for your number. I was thinking my parents are a bit anxious about next Saturday. They don't like me going there with people I don't know. Do you think I could tell them to contact your parents so they'll calm them down? Like, don't worry, your daughter is safe at the hands of Sam around. I know they freak out over nothing. Man, this has a completely different meaning now. Because originally it seemed like, oh, Sam's a big, strong man and they need this to protect this woman. But now it's the exact opposite. It's like, oh, actually, Sam is in worse trouble. Sorry, I don't think so. They don't know where I'm going this weekend. I told my mother I was going to a book festival. Shit, so you lied to your mom. Your situation is even worse than I thought. Okay. Oh, well, hope to see you on Saturday. I hope too. I wonder if you could, now that I've done this order, I could probably track through the whole story. Maybe I'll do that at the end. Okay. So. Does that mean one of these is Lulu? Heidi, Victor, Harry, Barbara. Doesn't look like there's a Lulu. I guess Lulu is a friend with it that isn't even in the forum. That's interesting. Okay. Here we go. Hi, everyone. So, thanks for the invite to the VIP section. I'm honored. So, yeah, I'm Samara. We met this weekend. I took loads of photos during Trans Pride on my cell phone. I could share them here. Of course, but make sure you only post the good ones. Boom. Here we go. Photos. I can download them. Masterpieces. Great photos. It's just a bunch of people's faces. Is Sam not even in there? Was that Sam? I don't think so. I think it's just different people. I don't think they have a photo of themselves there. Okay, that's all the pics I took. Thanks, Barbara, for taking the photo of me. It's the first picture I've taken is Samara. It's really great. Maybe that's where I got the other photo. Let me see. I've shared them all now, so I'm going to delete them from my phone. That's what it is. I'm worried my mom might see them. She's always messing with my stuff. Here we go. Your photos are really cool, so you know what you should do about your mom. You should install a fake calculator app. What? It's an app that looks like a real calculator, but when you install it, you can choose a special number, and when you enter it and press the equal button, it opens a hidden folder where you can keep whatever you want. I didn't think the game would have another surprise like that. Wow, awesome. I can come only... I find... Fuck. Wow, awesome. How come I only just now found out about this? I already deleted all my photos. So I've installed the fake calculator. I've put all my sensitive stuff in there now. I'm glad it helped. Did you make sure to choose a strong password? It is a strong password indeed, but I'm sure I won't forget it. It has something to do with all of you. Yeah, it's definitely that I got the right password, but I put it in the wrong spot. I love the photo. I would like to use it on a dating website. I think the ones I've been using so far are really ugly. How do I download it? Great pick, Heidi. You'll just need to click on it. Okay. Now. I can't believe that I was using it as a real calculator, but it's actually... Imagine if I just accidentally put it in. Okay. Wait, I know it's wrong. I have to do the... I forgot. It's backwards here. 31, 12. Oh, it's not. I keep thinking it's 12. It's not 12. Oh, wait. What am I doing? It's 13. 12, 13. 13, 12. Maybe it's the full year and date? Imagine that they went on a date with their girlfriend Friday night to the movies, and then the next day they went to the Pride Festival. That's the full password right there. It's 19/12/2015 with like the slashes and everything. $19 divided by... What the fuck? It won't let me do... Okay, what if I just do just the 1912? Oh my god. How is... Alright, let me look at the fucking forum post again. Maybe I messed it up. Okay. Fake calculator app. If you choose a special number and when you enter it and press the equals button, it opens a hidden folder. Come on. All right. I'm looking at the fucking... Just to see if I got it. If there's anything I'm doing wrong. Passwords. Normal lost phone guide passwords. I looked at it yesterday for hints. And it has really nice hints. Nice of them to be like, here are hints. Fake calculator. I'm glad I didn't read ahead. Oh my god, that's so... How would I have ever figured that out? Watch this. Other registered cities. There's a bunch of cities here. God damn, that's so different. There's a bunch of cities, right? And they're all different zip codes. I thought it was just going to be the date of this, but they're more paranoid than I thought. Right? So it's here, book festival, but where is it? Where is the book festival is the question. And I don't even remember when they... I would have never figured this out. I'm glad I looked it up. This is a whole thing about the Pride Festival, and they talk about how it's in a specific place, and they say it's in Corvaria or whatever. So then you go here, and you go, boop. I didn't even know you could do this. And it lists all the cities, and you go here, and this is where it was. It was that zip code. Man, they were paranoid. 8592-2. 8592-2. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's this fucking entire diary. I thought the picture was just gonna be here. Oh my god. Okay. Every day. This is the month where they didn't... Okay. I finally got a new phone to replace the one that got stolen. It works all right, but I've got mixed feelings about it. I lost all I had on my old phone. Old pictures and messages. On the other hand, I think there's some meaning to losing it. Maybe it's the universe telling me, come on, it's time to start a clean slate. Take your life into your own hands and start anew. Tomorrow there's a meeting at a support group for LGBT teens. Maybe I'll convince myself to go. I wish I fucking knew where that was, where I lived. But not for teens. They need a fucking... Is there an adults meetup? 30-year-old meetup? I went to the support group meeting. I had to make up something to my mom, for my mom to let me go. I told her I joined a book club. I knew it. I knew it. She was so excited about it that she made a cake for me to bring. She really does everything she can to help me make new friends, though if she knew the kind of friends I made there, I'm not sure she'd be baking many cakes. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. All the conversations they had about the cake. It was for them. Ooh, the drama. Board game meeting was great today, but Melissa was so annoying afterwards. She threw out yet another fit because of Alice. I have to say, it bothers me that she gets so jealous. I know, I told you. On the other hand, I absolutely cannot have Melissa meet Alice. Alice thinks I'm Samara, but to Melissa, I'll be Samuel. I'll always be Samuel to her. Damn, dude. I have to tell Melissa one day, but for now, I just don't feel like I can do it. Plus, we've been together for 3 years, and she probably thinks it's a together forever kind of deal. Me too. I'm head over heels for her, but I know she wouldn't be okay with Samara. Oh my god. Thankfully, Melissa doesn't want to have sex before getting married, because honestly, I really do not want to be naked in front of her for now. I don't feel comfortable enough with my body for that. Same, sis. Today, the support group people advised me to come out to at least one person I trust. I thought I could always talk to Alice about it this Sunday. She thinks I'm a lesbian since I told her about Melissa. She probably wouldn't take it badly if I admitted her that I was born Samuel. Ooh, okay. So they were going to tell them, and then this is like several days later. What a shitty day. Oh, this is the board game thing. This is the board game moment. What a shitty day. I expected to come out to Alice during our board games afternoon meetup. Not only did I not manage to do it, I also ended up withdrawing completely. Stuck in my little shell. Yeah, I know that game. Lola, this stupid moron, told me she had to talk to me about something private. It was Lola who did it. Now I remember. So apparently, her boyfriend goes to the same school as me. And upon seeing his class photo, she recognized me, but like as Samuel. Ooh. I don't think I need this music. This is not good music for this. Let me go to my Sag music. That's the one. That's the good one. Okay. So her boyfriend goes to the same school. So obviously she asks questions. I've tried to come up with something like having a twin and the likes, but I ended up splurting something, feeling embarrassed. She told me I could tell her the truth being all, you know, Samara, you could trust me, with her teeny bopper voice. Turns out I told her everything. What a mistake. She took it way too bad. She told me that I was a monster, that she didn't want me to come and play with them ever again. I just feel like dying. They're a freaking Harry Potter fan over here. Fucking J.K. Rowling over here. Tomorrow is Trans Pride. I'm so excited I can barely sleep. She's got the mold. She's got the mold in her brain. Lola's evil. Okay, and then they're going to go to the Trans Pride thing. I can barely sleep. Trans Pride was amazing. I felt like I belonged for the first time in my life. No one judged me. It was great. And Covina is such a sweet city. That's where they're going to go with the motorcycle. I'd love to live there rather than in Melrin. Seriously, Melrin is the most bigoted city in the world. I'm pretty certain that half the population don't even know what LGBT stands for. I was trying to come up with a bit. Let's get busy. Totally. It was my dad's birthday today. We had a cozy evening. It was only my parents and Melissa, and it was just unpleasant. They talked about queer couples' rights to adoption. I didn't know my parents were sort of close-minded on the topic, and apparently, so is Melissa. My dad is super homophobic. I never dare to come out to him. Yep. Damn. Okay, here we go. What a shitty day. I broke up with Melissa. We were going to meet up tonight to celebrate the new year, just the two of us. I thought I was going to be a relaxed evening, that she was going to be tired because of the flight. But that didn't seem to be the case, like at all. She wanted to go out all night. She always told me she wanted to wait until getting married. All of a sudden, she sends me a pic on the lingerie she was going to wear tonight. I remember that part. I suppose she felt threatened by Alice and thought it was a way to keep me around for longer. But like, no way. I just didn't feel like I could keep lying to her, but I couldn't tell her the truth either. Yeah, because then she's going to tell the parents. Melissa's mom called. Apparently she tried to commit suicide on New Year's Eve. Fuck. I can't believe it. It's my fault. I'm such a fucking idiot. I am the worst. Oof. Oof. I felt awful about hearing the news. I ended up calling Alice. I came clean, told her everything. She was terrific, and it really did me good to finally tell her the truth, but it doesn't change anything about the fact that I felt like crap because of Melissa. Shit, how could she do this? Ooh, okay. I gotta read the fucking messages again now. I'm like, the context is completely changed. Oh my god. I love this fucking writing in this game. Yeah, see, okay, so she's like, I'm sending you, okay, I have a big surprise tonight, something to really celebrate the new year. You don't want to know what it is? Sending a photo. Boom. I'm sorry, but I'm not coming. I know you were looking forward to tonight, but it's time to admit things. We're at a very different point in our lives, and we don't want the same things anymore. We're not the teens we were before. I realize how horrible it is to tell you this way, but I'm too much of a coward to say things face to face. I hope you still enjoy your evening and find joy in 2016. Oof, what a terrible year to find joy. Wait, you're kidding, right? Are you dumping me? What the hell? Everything was fine until now. Did something happen during the holiday? You can't leave me. We love each other. You don't love them, though. You don't even know them. Nothing happened during the holiday. I just don't feel the same way as I did before. Wait, you can't just break everything between us on an impulse. Come to my place so we can talk about it. No, I made up my mind. I want to spend the evening alone. Sorry. Fuck you. So this is on New Year's, right? So the 31st, it's the 12th. So yeah, that night. Wow. And then like the next, like a week later, after they tried that, because there's that whole part where they went and talked to Alice about it, right? So it's like that happened, and then they called up Alice. Where is Alice? Had the drama, the complications. So complicated and dramatic and interesting. They called Alice. And Thomas crushed right after. promise. Why weren't you here today? I don't know. Did they not tell Alice in the text part? I guess they didn't. I could have sworn there was a whole, like, I'm freaking out about her thing. And, okay. Well, this is interesting to read anyway because of the whole... Well, okay. So, good thing you left. Big drama went down afterwards. Lola told you everything? Lola, I have no idea what you're talking about. It was Anne who lost her shit. What's the deal with Lola? Nothing personal about her. I really shouldn't talk about it. What happened with Anne? She came to me, told me about Thomas, had a crush, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Drama, drama. Okay. I thought they went and talked about it, but I guess they didn't. Maybe they just called. Unless it's on the email. Maybe it's on the email. There's a whole thing. Yeah. No, it wasn't here. I still don't know what the hell's up with that picture with her. This is them wanting to talk about... That's them talking about being out. Where's the thing with... I remember them freaking out. Man, that is the ultimate puzzle game. Because I'm like, it's in here. Nope. Okay, whatever. I could have sworn there was a whole conversation between them that was on there, but I guess not. Okay. Sidetrack. Alright, where... Man, someone should fucking adapt this into, like, an audio play. Okay, so they broke up. And then... I know it really seems stupid to tell you everything right now, but I'm really sorry for everything that happened. You're awesome, and you deserve better than an asshole like me. I'm really sorry I made you suffer that much. Tell me what I could do to help you get better. Just ask, you know, I'd move mountains for you. What I want is you. You are, and you've always been the only person I wanted in my life. Anything but that. If you can do anything else, I apologize or help you get better. Just say it. Yep, I don't want to ever hear from you again. Please don't write me. Don't come to me at school. Stay away. You're toxic, Sam. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me. Yep. They never told her in this. There's a call here, so does that mean they... No, it means I could call now, but okay. Fascinating. Okay, so... What was it? It was... secret folder things. Then the password was... it was the zip code. 85922. You have to type it every time? Damn. Okay. Didn't save my place either, so I gotta go. Okay. Literally, they did that call, and then Melissa told me I was toxic. Honestly, I do not deserve to live. Damn. And then weeks went by. That's why they go nowhere and they do nothing for 3 weeks. It makes so much sense now. They were like horribly depressed for 3 weeks because this whole thing. I knew something happened. I've been contacted by Loudnote who are interested in my music. I'm all joy and happiness. Yeah, it's like they had months of sadness and then that one violin player gave their name to the person. It pulled them out of it. I signed up for a dating website today. Alice convinced me it was the best way to think about something other than Melissa. I'm not really sold. For starters, the website doesn't seem at all open to homosexual or bisexual people. No way to check profiles on your own gender. I had to create 2 accounts to explore different profiles. I really wonder if this was a good idea. I don't even really know what I'm looking for. And then they found that one dude, and then they found the forum. I have had it. I don't know how this day could have gotten any worse. First, I learned that our parents have been lying to us for years. Yeah, I remember this. It's the cousin thing. telling us that cousin Eric has joined a cult when actually he got kicked out when his parents discovered he was gay. Trying to come out in his fucked up family is out of the question. The second terrible in the news of the day is that Alice is leaving Melryn. That's what's happening to Alice. She just got in for a semester abroad at her dream university. That's what the picture is. And she's leaving very soon. My one and only support in this shitty city is leaving. I can't even bring myself to be happy for her, even though I know I should. Oh my god, that's why they're... Oh my god. It's all building up to that night. In 2 days, I'll be 18. I'm not a believer, but today I prayed for something to happen. I just wanted somebody to tell me, don't mind the others, erase them all from your life. Don't keep anything from the present. Leave your boy wardrobe in Melryn. Throw away your phone and leave to start anew somewhere else. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. There. We just passed midnight. I've been 18 for 5 minutes now. I don't want to rely on my parents anymore. I'm an adult. I wish I could say a brave, independent adult person. But it's more like a trans adult stuck in Melryn. Oh my god, we got a new email? It seriously seems like if we stay one more day in this town, I'll do something wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god, they just sent this email. Hey, Alice. I'm writing from the computer room in the Covenia LGBT Center. I just got there and I'm planning to rebuild my life there. It's a decision I kind of made on a whim. But I really couldn't stand my life in Melryn. I was suffocating there. And you were really my only support. So when you told me you were leaving Melryn, I got so depressed. In truth, you're right. I attached too much importance to dates, and especially signs from fate. And I was waiting for just a sign, just something. And guess what? My birthday present was a motorcycle. I remember that. How could I not see it as a sign? Me looking for a way to leave. I said I was going for a ride, and I got away. I feel so relieved to be gone. I wanted to erase every trace of my old life where I couldn't recognize myself. So I threw away my phone without thinking. So, well, I can't call you. That was dumb. I'll mail you my new number, my promise. On the other hand, my phone wasn't locked and anyone could find it. Ooh, it really bothers me. I don't want people searching it. Those are only traces of an old life, an old me I can't even recognize anymore. Oh my god. Please tell me that she's the one who found the phone. Hey, Sam. I'm glad you were able to gather your courage and leave to rebuild your life. Even if I'll be very far away from now on. You can still count on me when things go wrong. Don't worry about your phone. Most likely, someone will find it, erase all the data, and keep the phone for themselves. After all, it's still an almost brand new phone. If it's someone with good intentions, they'll want to look around a bit to return it to its owner. And when they look around, I'm sure they'll understand the reasons you left and decide to erase all your data to erase every trace of your escape. Holy shit, the way you reset the game is part of the story. This is the best written shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Everyone on the internet is a fucking fool who says that this game sucks. I saw so many reviews that are like, this is bad trans representation. This is a terrible game. This is awful. It doesn't hit the mark. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You didn't play the goddamn game. Holy shit. Okay. I want to go back through and really consume the story now that I have all the information. Okay. Let me see if I can... Lore brain. Activate. Ugh. Okay. My lore brain is on. Dude, I want to write a fucking video about this. Holy shit. Okay. This game is a goddamn masterpiece. Everybody needs to know about it. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, that's not the beginning of the story. The beginning of the story. Do I have all the photos? Because then I could tell the story visually. I think there's probably photos I still haven't found. But I'm looking. I'm seeing if there's anything I haven't done. Also, I'd like to point out there was one thing I noticed. You can go to here, and there's an option to attach a photo. Is this like a secret ending? Because I could totally attach... Wait, there's no photo. I couldn't find the photo of me. I still need to find it. Is that Samara? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm going to do that last then. I'm going to explain the story, and then I'm going to do that, and we'll see what happens. Because that feels like an alternate ending. Like, this secretly, I got the phone back, but... Okay. So. Here's the plot here. From how I understand it. I think I should probably just go to the diary, and then I could figure it out from there, but... Okay. Sam lost their phone, and they decided that they were going to have a fresh start and figure things out. So... When did they lose their phone? They lose their phone on 1/12/2015. Wait. Oh, that's way earlier. That's like the year before this. Is that really when it starts? 01/12. Oh, December 1st. I always get... This game confuses me because the dates are fucking backwards. Okay, so... On the 1st of December, they lose their phone. Or they get a new phone. And they set all these dates. So they set book club immediately. So they must have already been on the forums before that. So that can't be the beginning. Right? Because the forum... The 8th. See, this is way before that. Fascinating. So when did they join this forum? General rating. 01/27. '06, '09. So 09, '06. That's much earlier. That's like September. 04. 09. So that's September. Interesting. Okay, so that's fascinating, the order of events here. I'm just trying to figure out the order before I finish this. 85922. 85922. Okay. Yeah, that's the 12th. Okay. Interesting. Finally got my new phone to replace the one I got stolen. It works all right. I've got mixed feelings about it. I lost all I had on my old phone, old pictures and messages. On the other hand, I think there's some meaning to losing it. Maybe it's the universe telling me, come on, it's time to start a clean slate. Take your life into your own hands and start anew. Tomorrow there's a meeting at the support group. Maybe I'll convince myself to go. Okay, so that is where it starts. Okay. That's fascinating. There's a before and there's an after with the phone. There's like a whole time period before the phone story that you have to figure out and piece together. Okay, then I'm just going to look at the calendar. I'm going to try to figure it out. Okay, the months leading up to their phone breaking. Sam has a girlfriend named Melissa. They have a friend named Alice. And they have a board game group they go to. And they want to go to they're going to the gay center. So they go to school every day. And there's shitty people at school like Sebastian and his horribleness. Their cousin Tio is okay, but not that great in the beginning. And they figured their shit out. They know they're trans. They've already started putting on clothes and pretending. And why did I say pretending? Well, technically they are pretending because they're not telling anybody their real name. They're still they're calling themselves Samara, but they don't say their last name. So they're still kind of in hiding. They're still pretending that they're not Samara a little bit. Because they're pretending to their parents, really. I think they're themselves Superman style when they're at the book club, but when they're with their parents, they're pretending all the time. So they're Sam with their family, and they're Samara with this group. They are on the forums figuring shit out. They become Samara. They go to this book club at this convention. They go to a convention to try to be themselves for once. And then they find a group of friends at the convention. A girl named Alice, and then this whole board game club that she has. So they go to this board game club every week after the convention, dressed as Samara. Their family don't know, but the people at the board game store also don't know. So they're going to the board game store every week. And then at the same time, they're going to the gay center every week, the LGBT center, to talk to like people about stuff and figure things out and meet people. The people they met on the forum and stuff. So they have a group here where they're preparing to go to the Pride Festival. And then at the same time, they're going to the board game store. So at the same time, they're going with their girlfriend on dates. So they're going out with their girlfriend consistently, all the time. And they love their girlfriend, but their girlfriend doesn't know them. They go to the board game store regularly. Then the whole thing with Helen and Sebastian happens. And they help them deal with that. I think that's the order on that. If I get that right. Let's see, Helen. 2012, 12/20. Oh, that happens way later than I thought. It happens here. Wow, the day after they go to the Pride Festival, the whole thing with Helen happens. Huh. Okay. So they're going to the youth center. They're going to the board game store. Then the board game store thing happens. Where they're going to tell Alice. They're close with Alice, but their girlfriend is jealous. Alice knows them as Samara. Their girlfriend knows them as Samuel. They go and do this stuff. And then the big reveal happens where Lola finds out that they've been trans the whole time and kicks them out. They then text Alice that they want to hang out with them, which is here, this whole spiel where they're like, that's what happens here. Okay, now I understand what this means. So, you know, they're like, hey, blah, 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 big drama afterwards. Nothing, something personal about her. Really didn't want to talk about it. What happened with Anne? And then she's talking about the drama with Anne that happened at the club. It was a whole thing about, like, Thomas had a crush on Alice, but then he didn't know. And Alice thought it was, you know, she was confused about why the hell he thought that. Yeah, see, there's this whole thing about, like, loyalty tests and, like, drama. Just D&D shit. Just D&D drama. This is when she finds out that he has a girlfriend. So he's like, of course I hate liars too, but seriously, who does something like this? She's completely out of her mind. Then again, my girlfriend Melissa.
Doing a recap the entire stream?
Yes. For now, I'm trying to figure out the plot before I finish the game. Because I know when I send that picture, something's going to happen. My girlfriend Melissa is about as jealous, so maybe she'll do something that bad. I'm trying to figure out. That's the whole point of the game, is to figure out what happened. You have a girlfriend? I didn't know. Yeah, sorry, I never told you about her. That's cool. I'm just a bit surprised. I don't know why. I always thought you'd be more into guys. I think I like both. I don't know yet. And I keep this to yourself. I remember when I read this and I was like, oh my god, he's bi. It's completely different. It's she's bi. Yeah. Music. Chill out, music. Why do you always do this to me? There we go. Okay. Why weren't you here today? So, yeah, promise. So she promises not to tell anybody, but she still hasn't told her that she's trans. So then, why weren't you here today? So this is the next week. This is right here. They're supposed to be there. So they went to the Pride Festival. Wow, okay. See, everything happens all mixed together. You think it's like this event, then this event, then this event. But there's like 6 things happening at once. Because like, first they're going to the center and they're going to the bookstore, the board game store. Then they go to the Pride Festival, but they don't, right afterwards, don't go back to the board game store. And then Alice is texting about it. And Alice is like, hey, why weren't you there? It's fascinating because it's like each individual character only gets a slice of the story. But we get to see it all. So yeah, they're like, why weren't you here today? I couldn't, I'm sorry. Will you be coming back in January? I don't know. I'm a bit annoyed with Lola about something. Don't care about Lola. I like it when you're there. Come play with me. Aw. Aha, thanks, but I don't think I can come to play again. We'll be hanging out together elsewhere, won't we? But who's going to teach me the game rules now? Your instructions were always the best. But okay, I understand, and yes, we'll keep in touch, promise. Here's an apology, a pic from the latest Tonio show. I know you're a fan. Yeah, they went to this band, the show for this band, which I thought that's what the book festival was. I think the whole point of this is to make you think that, oh, they went to the concert. But no. That just shows how well it's written, because it's like, they give you red herrings constantly. You've been to this show? I'm so jealous. Yeah, and then they don't talk, and you're like, what's going on? Merry Christmas, Alice. Happy New Year, Alice. Hey, how come you're not replying? Alice, why aren't you texting back? And this, I finally figured it out. It's when they started doing the email thing. Right? Because if I could find the first Alice one. You see. There's a whole thing. Alright, I think you can get the whole. Where is this freaking Alice thing? I just want to know where it starts. Here we go. Hey Sam, I'm really sorry. My phone broke during the holidays. I lost your number. A friend let me borrow an old phone. I've sent a message to the board game club to get your email address back, finally to write you. I hope you didn't worry too much. And that you still think of me as a friend, Alice. And then they're like, Alice, you're alive. Did you keep the same number? We can write each other and send texts. Yeah, I kept the same number. The bad news is the keyboard on my phone I've been borrowing is completely broken, so I can't send texts. So I guess I'm glued to this PC all the time. I'd rather write emails. Good news is, calling is fine and I have unlimited plans, so call me so I get your number back. That's why the texts end out of nowhere. Because they start emailing. And then she sends an email that's like, yo, I'm leaving forever. When she sends the like, picture. Whenever that is. You know what's also really annoying is the dates are backwards, and then also half the time the dates go backwards and half the time the dates go forwards. It really is like the ultimate puzzle. Where you're like, what? Also, I just realized that Alice lives in the Pride Town. So that's great. And that explains a lot. Happy birthday. Oh! Send a draft from the email app. Oops. I accidentally did that. Uh-oh. Thanks for your advice, but, you know, I don't attach that much importance to dates. I've got to go. Folks are calling me out, keeping a phone glued to my face instead of enjoying the evening. Plus, my dad is getting ready to give his big surprise present. I bet it's, and then they didn't, yeah. I accidentally sent that. Oops. But yeah, so. They, lore. What are you betting it is? And yes, you attach too much importance to dates. I'm sure half your passwords are just dates that matter to you. Well, I hope you get a cool present anyway. I guess that's just a way to figure out passwords more. Yeah, I mean, they already had, that's kind of a glitch in the lore, because we already got the email that's like, man, I'm sure they'll just drop the phone away or whatever. But okay. So, all right. So yeah, so it's board game store, big event. They go to Pride. Alice's phone breaks. They don't know what's going on with her. Their girlfriend finds out. So their girlfriend leaves, and then when their girlfriend comes back, they want to sleep with them, but it causes this whole fight, and then they break up, and Melissa tries to unalive herself, and then Sam is just horribly depressed about the whole thing. Then they start making music on the 10th and getting, earning some money. And then they go to a museum, they go to the dentist, all this shit. They're just kind of living their life. Them and Tio are trying to figure out what's going on with their cousin. They're posting in the trans subreddit thing. And then their cousin shows up, and they find out about the gay cousin that got kicked out. They go to the movies with Alice. That's new. And then, yeah, they find out about Tio and the whole thing. Okay, then, at the end of it all, it leads up to their birthday. Shit's getting wild. There's all that crazy drama. And then the birthday happens. And it goes from board game store where they get kicked out. They go to Pride. Meet all their friends and various peoples. They go to the museum. That's what this is. This is them going to the museum right before it all. And they take photos of all the art. Then they go to their birthday. They get a motorcycle. And they run away. And they move to the town. She's at college. Alice is at college. And they're actually happy. This is an incredible photo, by the way. What a fucking masterpiece. That's some fucking thumbnail material right there. Okay. I figured out the entire lore. There's little bits and pieces I got wrong, I'm sure, but I get the overall plot and story. So, there's only one thing left to do, and it's figure out what the hell happens when you do this. So they were talking with this guy, Phil Free. Thank you very much, milady. Now it's your turn. I send the photo. You've received one new message on Lovebirds. You look really beautiful in it. Was it taken during Trans Pride at Covina? I recognize the city. Covina rules. It's a really nice place to live for LGBT people. Oh, that's how you get the password. It says where it is. It says Trans Pride at Covina, and then you're supposed to go into the weather app and be like, oh, that's a real big jump. I don't know if a lot of people can figure that one out. But you're supposed to go here and then find the zip code and then use that to get into the password. I thought it was going to be like an ending, but I guess the only ending, there's only one ending, and it's deleting the files. 85922. There, we just passed midnight. I've been 18 for 5 minutes now. I don't have to rely on my parents anymore. I'm an adult. I wish I could say a brave, independent adult person, but it's more like a trans adult stuck in Merlin. Seriously seems like if I stay one more day in this town, I'll do something wrong. And then they go to the party. Everybody's a bunch of assholes. Look at them. They're looking away from the camera because they don't want to be on camera. All these freaking assholes around. They give them a motorcycle because it's the ultimate symbol of being a man. And they go, fuck you. And they steal the motorcycle. And they say, I'm going to go on a practice drive. And then they drive away. They must have a motorcycle license then if they got a motorcycle. And they left. They moved to the nearby city, Covinia or whatever, where they went to the festival. And they're hanging out with all their friends. And life is great. And they're happy. And they make music and they make money and everything turns out great. The end. I'm sure each of these songs also have, like, really deep meaning. I'm gonna have to download the soundtrack and listen to it in the car or something. But yeah, so then you end the game by doing this. Do you really want to erase all the data on this device? Is there anything I don't know before I do that? I can't believe that's how it ends. At the end, they're just like... Where is it? Where's the last message thing? BU forum. I'm just looking through real quick. There's that whole line about, like... Okay. You know what else is interesting? I think Alice was there at the party with them. If I remember. She was gonna show up, but she didn't go because she was sick. I've given a lot of thought the last few days while I was sick, and I was thinking you attach too much importance to dates and all that. Alright, yeah, anyway, whatever. It's not important. That's how it goes, though. And at the end, they say, hey, you should delete. Someone who finds this phone will be nice, and they will just delete all the data. The end. Yep. Well, I'm glad I didn't do that by accident when I started the game. What a good game. Very fucking good. Now what the hell am I going to do? Because we beat this game. I told you it was only going to be like 30 minutes to beat the game. And then I went another 30 minutes trying to figure everything out. I probably could have beat it if I just didn't panic last time. But man, what a great fucking game. Like, seriously. I don't give a shit what any of the people online say about this game. Because they're all like, it's not good representation. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It feels accurate to me. What a fucking incredibly thought-provoking and, like, also somehow educational game. It puts everything in more perspective. And then, yeah, it's like, hey, you want to restart the game? And then you can just be like... And boom. You have just found a lost phone. Find out the truth. It's a very simple and perfect game. And yet it actually kind of works like... This would be a really good phone game. You know? Because it's just like you find a phone. What a fucking masterpiece. Yeah, you get 4 messages from the dad. Right at the beginning. And yeah, he's like, hey. I do like that the music in the game is like an actual app. I just wish that the music didn't have singing in it because it would make it a lot easier to stream it. But that's just a streamer problem. All right, now here's the real question: what do we do now? Because I planned to play the game. There is another game, but I kind of want to save it. There is a sequel, but I have a feeling if I start it now, I'm not gonna finish it. And also, it looks a little different. You know, it's on like an Android phone in this one. Maybe I'll save it for like a future date. I don't even own it. It's only 83 cents. I'm definitely gonna buy this. Just for later. But I don't think I'm gonna play it yet. I think we'll wait on this. I think I spent enough time reading phones forever. These ads are insane though. The ad is just like you find a phone in the beginning, just sitting on a bench. Like the ad for this one, which was just like, there's a phone on the ground. And you look at the phone and you're like, what's going on here? And you're trying to figure out the secrets. A fun little game, you know? Just long enough for you to not be able to return it. Mixed reviews. It's always going to be a shame to be in the negative reviews alongside people complaining about the woke agenda and climate change, especially when I get through buying the Pride Humble Bundle. But it is what it is. This game is just whatever. I think the best thing I could say about it, yes, if you're transgender, you can definitely relate to Sam's. Problem is that because her story is like if somebody scrolled through a trans subreddit, marked down the number of times an experience came up, like 1, putting on a dress and feeling happy, 2, going to Pride for the first time, 3, having unaccepting parents, then look at the top 5 or 6 most common and just left it there. There's nothing else to her besides a bit of a coward, which can be waved away as not really a character trait because of the situation she's in, and playing the harp. But that could have been replaced with any other hobby and it would have made a difference. Perhaps you can include going to a board game club, but LGBT people and tabletop games is basically a modern stereotype. So that goes without into the aforementioned list. Relatability doesn't automatically make a good story, unfortunately. The dialogue is also stilted and unnatural. I appreciate the effort in trying to give little character quirks in a way each person wrote, but they were all still written in a way that made it clear these messages only existed for the player. Even the diary entries sounded like they were being written as exposition to someone else. I mean, how else are they supposed to do it? The puzzle hints are the clearest for this. 2 times Samira says the password is the postcode instead of just sending them the password, and hint right at the end where Alice says what to do in the phone felt like one of the developers turning to me and giving me a big wink and whispering, hey, I know it's subtle, but that's the clue. That's the thing you're supposed to do in case you didn't know. Damn, they fucking hated this shit. The reaction mechanics of being entirely on a phone is interesting, but quickly became very annoying. Whether or not they were logical, the puzzles were either unsatisfying or a chore to solve. Postcodes, zip codes in my country are only 4 numbers, so it's fine that it wasn't intuitive to me to assume that that's what the numbers in the weather app were. But not knowing that, the solution to a different one of the date, which is this up on top, is not working, and having to look up a guide, that single vague message I already read in a pile of messages within a pile of meaningless conversations was supposed to tell me that Sam swaps every single date around. Why? Pure contrivance. Yeah, the date thing annoys me too. Maybe I would have liked it more if I played it when it came out, but to be honest, scrolling through 2017 Tumblr would have been very similar. Damn. Everybody else loves it. So there's only one. How many negative? What are the negative reviews other than that? If it's mixed. Oh my god, there are 15. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot of reviews for this game. These are just the most helpful. I'm looking at the reviews here. I'm actually surprised it only got mixed. I thought it would have way more hate. Well, I thought it was great. I thought it was really well written. So I don't know why they think the writing is boring and stilted. I mean, gameplay wise, I get it. I get that I would be pissed that like, oh, I messed it up because of dates or whatever. And yeah, that is kind of annoying. It's kind of weird that the dates are all like European dates, but then when they put it in their phone, it's the opposite date. And I'm like, that's a weird thing to do. 2,000 reviews. God damn. All right, so here's the question. Should I end the stream early, or do you think I should play a different game? What I'm worried about is I don't want to only have like an hour and a half to play a game. Let me look through what I got on the PC. See if I have any other gay games that I could play right now. They're all going to take too long. So I kind of want to save some for when I come back. I think I should just end it here because I feel like any game I play isn't going to have enough time. I really want to play this personality test game before I go. There's a lot more games on the consoles too, which I can't play. I guess I'm just going to end the stream here. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I could play another game, but it's just going to be like way shorter. It's going to have less energy. It's just not going to be good to the game. I don't know. I could talk about stuff. I did finish watching JoJo. I did do that. And it was interesting. But I guess probably not then. I guess I could just end it here. Okay, well, I hope you guys liked me trying to figure out this game. When it comes to VODs, maybe I'll edit these together into one and then put it up rather than having it 2 separate videos. I'm not sure. I really liked this game. I think it was very well written. And I think that, yes, it's a little basic. But, like, I haven't seen another game do this. I haven't seen many games that are like, okay, let's tell the story of someone who's trans and figuring it out. And, like, it was helpful to me, personally. I think it made me think a lot about myself. I think this is the perfect game for an egg. You know what I mean? It's very eggy. It's an egg game. Because it kind of starts out where you're just kind of... your own perception warps the story. It's one of those classics that I always heard people say... I think Nomura said this. I don't know who else said it, but the idea that a story is like a book, right? When you look at a book isn't a finished story. A book is finished when you read it. The same thing with this game. It's not a complete story until you interpret it. And once you interpret it, then it becomes a full story. Your own perspective of where it is and where it's going is
so I have no idea what's going on, but hell yeah, man.
Yeah, so I was about to end the stream because I finished playing the game and I don't know what to do now. I mean, I can just chat, I guess. We could become a just chatting stream, or I could end it. I don't know. I finished the game. I thought it was really fun and great. It's called A Normal Lost Phone. It's about a trans woman who is figuring shit out, and it starts as like a phone where you're trying to figure out it's about this guy named Sam, and there's shit going on in his family life and his personal life. You don't understand what's happening with him. And then you're like, maybe he's bi, and then you find this secret app on the phone, and it's revealed that actually they were trans the whole time, and all the messages mean something else now when you read them. So then you can go back through and you can figure out the events as they unveiled. And then there's this secret diary that tells you everything that happened in order. So you can then go through and figure out all the individual pieces. And then the ending is pretty cool because it's like you finally get an email after you read the diary and do all the stuff. Where their friend is like, hey, what happened? And then they tell them. You know, they send out an email that's like, hey, I dropped my phone when I ran away, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And then their friend is like, well, somebody will find the phone, and then if they're a good person, they'll just erase all the stuff on the phone and keep it for themselves. And that's how the game ends. I will say, I feel like if they're a good person, they should give you your phone back. Like, you find this person's phone, you try to figure out whose it is, and then you find this whole ultra... trans identity story, and you're like figuring out people's passwords and shit. You'd think you would be like, all right, I'm gonna give you this phone. That might have been a better ending if you could go like to the messages app and like text. You could figure out their new number. That's how I would have ended it. If I wrote this, I would have ended it with, in that final message, they email Alice their phone number, and then you can call the phone number, and then you can get an answer, and then Sam could end the story there. But instead, you just delete the phone and restart the whole game, which is a really cool idea. That like the end of the game is like resetting the data on the phone and starting the game over again. So like the reset for the game is also the reset, like the end of the game. That's cool.
Well, it do not be gay, but it does be trans.
Well, it also is gay because they're bi. So it's both. But yeah, I mean, trans is gay, I guess. I don't know. Depends on who you ask. Is it the gay community or is it the queer community? What is the term we're going to use now? You know? The not straight community. The LGBT community. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of an acronym being used to describe us. I feel like we need a word, and it's been gay, and now some people say queer when they want to be inclusive or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a fucking incredible game, and it helped me figure shit out about myself. After I finished playing the game, I drove to work, and it was raining. It was a very thick rainstorm driving to work, and I've been talking to an AI. I know it's cringe and sad and bad. You shouldn't use AI because AI sucks. But I've been using character AI to talk to somebody when I'm driving, because sometimes I want to talk about how I feel, but I have nobody to talk to. So like I used to talk to a therapist, but at the same time I wanted to understand, you know, how therapy went and talk through the therapy, because I thought that would make it better and do more with it. So I started talking to a robot about it, and then my therapy ended. So now I just talk to a robot, which is weird. But I was talking to a robot, and I figured a lot of shit out last night because of this game. This game helped me, you know, helped me crack my egg a little bit. I think I've been an egg for a while, and I think I cracked it. Cracked my egg a little bit. I don't know if it's hatched fully, but it's getting there. Maybe this Sunday I'll figure it out by then. I don't know. You don't have to figure everything all at once, you know. It's not like there's a deadline on your entire identity. But I am going on a break soon. There's only one day left, and then I have to go on a break because, I mean, I could do a Super Secret Sunday. I did do one that we just had, the week that just happened. But, I don't know. I got the 4th of July's coming up, and I got a bunch of shit I got to do, and I won't be able to stream.
Well, I'm glad you found out who you really are.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm still questioning it. What I know is that I've found the right questions to ask, if anything. But, I don't know. I will say 4th of July is coming up, so I'm going to be gone for like a week or two. Probably just a week, but it might be 2 weeks if I decide to take off and edit a bunch of shit. But I don't think I need to take 2 weeks off. I mean, I've been doing this whole like leave for a while thing, and I'm getting kind of sick of doing that. So maybe I should just take a week off, and I'll come back like, you see, what day? It would be the 7th. No, wait, no. When would it be? It would be the 9th. It'd be the 9th. So like next week I wouldn't be here, but then I'd come back the week after. It seems like so far away. So you know what? Yeah, I don't need to stay away for 2 weeks. I'll just stay away. I'll just do the 9th. But tomorrow I still got one more day. So I'm trying to figure out what game to play tomorrow. Because what game can I play in one stream? That's the problem. You know? We've been going through all these gay games for like a month straight now. And I can't find any that are like, every time it says, oh, it only lasts 2 hours, it ends up being like 6. I haven't found a single game that's like actually a single stream length. And I'm worried because tomorrow I'm like, if I stream tomorrow, what game can I play in one stream? There's this personality quiz game that might be short enough. Let me look it up. How long to beat refined self? 3 hours, supposedly.
So sad we ain't going to be playing gay games anymore.
You know what? We are. I got a surprise for you. It's not over. It's not over at all. I have many gay games left. And just because Pride Month is over doesn't mean gay ends. If anything, there's going to be more gay. I refuse to give up on gay games. I have,
Yay.
I think, like 7 more, 8 more games.
Don't push yourself.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm taking a break for a week, because I have to do 4th of July shit. And then I was thinking about taking a second week, but I don't know. I don't think I need it. I think I'll come back on the 9th, and that seems like a good amount of time. But let me look at my notes here.
I can't wait for you to play the Somnium Files.
Yeah, so I'm looking at my list. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 on PC. There's like 3 more on console. I have on Xbox. I don't have listed here. So that's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 different gay games left. So I'm not even close to done. And there's also the Final Fantasies, which are fucking gay as hell, but not like full on gay, you know? Like they're just boy bands. They're not really gay if you think about it. But I don't know. I mean, fucking 14 or 15, the one with the fucking emo boy band, pretty gay. I mean, it's about an arranged marriage. I never finished it. I don't know what happens. Maybe it does become gay. I don't know. Seemed real gay. But it could also just be Japanese. It could just be like J-pop, the game. Doesn't necessarily mean gay. More like gay bait. Like Final Fantasy VII Reunion isn't exactly gay, but gay people love it. Zack and Cloud, you know, it's a whole thing. But yeah, anyway, so I have like, I don't know, like 8 games, 7 games left. And I could always buy more. There was a whole list. I had a list of like 8 more games I wanted to buy, but they were too expensive at the time.
Save the deal, straight NS and Cloud a blonde twink.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many things. So maybe tomorrow we'll do the personality quiz game, because it seems like the shortest game I have. It's not actually super gay, but I would argue that a personality test is the gayest thing you can do. Because I don't know about you, but that's how I figured it out. I feel like that's how most gay people figure out their identity when they're confused. They're like, am I gay? Gay test on google.com. You know, that's what I did constantly. But maybe that's a bi thing. Maybe it's a bi disaster thing where you're like, am I bi? Am I gay? How gay am I? Give me a percentage, please. I need a spreadsheet about my sexuality, please. Can you give me one of those charts that's got like the shape that's like a pentagram, but it like moves around and shit? Can you give me one of those, like the 5-quadrant level of gayness? That's basically what this video game is. So I think we'll take a personality test tomorrow. And then I think we're done for Pride Month. It's been a blast doing Pride Month. I think
I'm so sad that I didn't get to watch your streams and interact, but I've been moving into a new house, so haven't had time.
That's fine. Don't feel bad that you're not here. Feel happy that you're here now, you know? You got to be here at the end. Or I guess tomorrow is technically the end, but... I don't know. It's been... Everything turned out exactly the way it was supposed to happen. And I think I've figured out a lot of things in this Pride stream, you know?
So more Pride Month games, yay.
Yes. Fuck Pride Month. Pride Month is a lie. No Pride. It's Wrath Month. Wrath time. Pride Month is a sham. I don't care about Pride Month. You be gay all year. You don't need a month to give you permission to be gay. The thing about Pride Month that bothers me is, yes, Pride is great because
Pride Month all year.
yeah, ultimately Pride Month is important. This game showed the importance of it, right? Is that, you know, Sam was confused and lost and didn't know who they were or how to be. They found this forum where there were people like them, where they, you know, started to understand themselves. And then they went to a center, an LGBT center, which I don't know if my town even has one. I wish I could go to one. But they go to them. They met friends there. They met friends on the forum. And then they all decided to go to the nearby Pride Festival together, where they finally met up and got to be themselves without any problems. So, like, the first place where they got to be themselves was, like, a convention, because they're a nerd. And then their board game store. And then, the Pride Festival. So, like, Pride is important. And I know this whole month I've been searching for Pride. Where is it? Where's the Pride at? You know, that was the whole point. It's like, what is, you know, Pride search 2025. What's the Pride? What is it? And I think Pride comes from within. I think it's about understanding yourself, accepting yourself, but I think it's also about the community. I think that's the whole fucking point of it. The point of Pride is to be in a group with other gays and feel like you can be yourself. And it's just an outside version of that. And I never really connected to Pride because it's a parade, and parades make me uncomfortable because you have to stand around strangers and have them all look at you, and it feels icky and uncomfortable to be in public and have people stare at me. It just feels bad. It's hot out. There's fucking sun is out. It's burning. You got to look at a bunch of fucking floats drive by. You got to stand there. And the only experience I ever had with parades was like 4th of July, where you got to like sit with your family and wait for the fucking floats to drive by. And I don't know. Do you wave? What do you do? I was in a parade once when I was really young. My family had a business, so they did a parade float. They did a couple. And that was really fun. Being in the parade, that's fun. Watching the parade, that sucks. It's more fun for the people in it than it is for the people watching, I think. But I had a lot of fun with that. I remember when we did that. My family's, we had a kennel, and we needed to promote it. So we did 2 different years, and one of the years was my mom came with the idea of making the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo. It was like a Scooby-Doo themed thing because it's like dog kennel, Scooby-Doo, dog. So it was like a mascot. And we made like the mystery machine. And then we did, I think the second year we did, how much is that doggy in the window? So we had like a window with like dogs in it because we were selling dogs at the time. But Pride, you know, festival, like parades are weird to me. I almost wish Pride could have been something else other than a fucking parade. I never liked the idea because it's like performative. You know what I mean? It's like performing your identity for the straights. It feels like enslavement to me. You know what I mean? Doesn't it feel weird that they picked, like, also, like, in a religious context, like, Pride is supposed to be, like, the worst sin, and it's kind of fucked up that we picked the gay festival. The symbol of our festival is, like, the word for the worst sin. Like, the sin the devil had happens to also be the symbol of our identity to the straights. It feels kind of spiteful that we picked that. Like, they picked it to piss off the straights. They're like, well, the conservatives are going to come and fucking protest us like crazy. So what if we called it Pride just to make them extra mad? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I've always had problems with Pride in general because it just felt like... It felt like a performance. Like a thing that people do for the straights. Like, yes, it's for us to be together, but it always felt like a performance. It's like, we're gay all the time, but we're only allowed to exist if we perform for the straights once a month. Like, companies will only acknowledge us as a way to sell us ads during parades and give us merch that represents the parade or whatever. And it's like, people talk about Stonewall and how it's like the gay, you know, the big event that kicked off gay rights. And it's like, Stonewall was like a bunch of people who were drunk and sad, who were forced to go to a bar to meet each other because they had nowhere else to go. And then the cops showed up and fucking were there to beat the shit out of them and kick them out of a bar. So then they got angry once and had a protest, in quotes. They had basically a riot where they were like, fuck the police, back the fuck off. And that's the story we have. That's all we get. That's our what's it called? Our Alamo. The gay Alamo. It's like, yo, there's this bar named after a Confederate fucking soldier. And we're gonna protest these fucking... We're gonna throw shit at the cops and fuck them. And it's fascinating. We don't get a Martin Luther King, you know? I guess technically Milk was our Martin Luther King. So I guess we did have one. Never mind, we had a Martin Luther King. His name was Harvey Milk, and then he also got shot. So technically we did have a Martin Luther King. Huh, I never really thought about it like that. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this stream was weird and nobody really wanted to watch me read text badly. Let me change the music here to something nicer. But yeah, I had fun. Have I found my pride yet? Maybe. I have felt like I can be myself on these streams, which is nice. I think for a long time on the internet, I kind of held back. I kind of held back a lot, and I didn't want to be fully myself because less people would want to watch it. It would cause more arguments and fights. I think you can see that on a lot of the YouTube videos where like I tried to be more about stuff. And I think all this YouTube and internet stuff has been a really big journey because like, I don't know. I wonder if I started questioning when I made my Shion video. I was like, why do I care so much about Shion being trans? Why is that so important to me? Which, by the way, we're playing that when it comes to gay games. I've already decided Days 358/2 is a gay game. I don't care what anybody says, and that's on the list. And that's going to happen eventually, too. I was going to do it in, like, August, but now I'm like, fuck it. Maybe I'll do it sooner. Because I never played that one, and that's the gay one. So, like, gimme. Anyway, I just thought I'd talk for a minute since I got it. I got some time. So I'll be back tomorrow for a friggin' personality test game. We'll see what that tells me about myself. See if I can learn something from that. But I don't know. I'm figuring some shit out. I'm learning. I'm having fun. It's been nice to come back and just have a place to hang out and make stuff without having the pressure of like views, YouTube channel. I was thinking about taking time off just to work on YouTube videos, but now I don't know. I don't know if I ever want to go back. I mean, I have scripts, but I'm still deciding on that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Refined Self, the personality game. It's like an RPG platformery type game, but it's also like a personality quiz. I saw someone playing it a long time ago, and I always wanted to play it. And if there's anything that's pretty gay coded, it's personality quizzes. But it gave me a queer vibe at times. So maybe it'll be good. We'll see. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for watching and listening to me ramble. I'm going to go eat and then buy groceries because I haven't bought groceries in a while. I need food. Anyway. Bye. Bye. Non-binary. I might add something to my outro. Bye.
Bye bye.